Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 22 as we continue our start from scratch run, and we are heading back to pick up some bales of hay. So far so good here on, what is it, Elmcreek? I keep forgetting the name of it. Elmcreek, right, is the name, and the US map, effectively. And yeah, I mean, I had to restart a little bit because of reasons I explained in the last episode. So we're getting off to a little bit of a slow start, slower start than I would have liked for sure. But hopefully all of you guys are enjoying the series, enjoying the learning. I mean, I feel like the learning is, part of the process, and we can grow and learn and get better together. One thing I will say is that I've not played at all, like offline at all. I literally picked up the game, or I downloaded the game. It released a couple hours ago. As far as, this, I'm still recording this in the first day of session, and everything you've seen me do is everything I've learned. But what I will say is that later this week, I plan to play a little bit on my own with a buddy of mine to just kind of play around, and we usually do a multiplayer map together, and that's usually where I will do all my learning. So probably this first probably 10 episodes or so, probably this first, because I'm going to try to get ahead, so that I have time to do stuff this week. It is Thanksgiving week, just FYI. But once I get these first several episodes done and I got a queue going, then I can take the time to actually learn how to play the game a little bit on my own as well. And then I will share those learnings with you guys. All right, only 4 bales. I don't know if that's worth even taking a trip. So I probably will just drop this trailer somewhere. Honestly, I may just park it right next to this building over here. Seems like a decent place to put it until we get some more. Unless I could see, if I could see the prices of, actually, you know what, let me check that. Since there would be prices for bales, right? This. So bales of straw right here. And if we look at price fluctuations, it is highest price in January. So yeah, we'll come back in January. If we got more, we'll get more. If we're not, we'll sell it in January. And all will be well. It's not turning very well. Turn, my friend. There you go. I like that thing stuck out there a little bit more than I would expect. All right. Park you there. And now we've got to figure out about the oats as well. What is the prices of oats? Oat. Best time to sell is also January. So if we want to sell it for the most profit possible, which is probably what we need to do. We're not starving for money right this second. We do need to start making money, but we're not starving for money. Then we will probably want to wait until January. It is currently August, which actually is the lowest price possible. So we definitely want to wait, which we will do. So we'll hold off for a bit. Which probably does mean I do want to go ahead and get the silo like I did last time. I kind of still like it over here, to be honest. We'll figure out somewhere else to put the house. So let me come down here and replace the silo like I did in the last episode. Let's go to the construction. I am going to go ahead and sell this building over here because I don't really care about it. If I want a decoration, I will put a decoration down later. I'm going to sell this little thing. Where is it? There we go. And I still can't sell this thing, right? Okay. I could chop out the tree to make some more room. I mean, that would be some money. I do like the barn, but I don't like the fact that the barn is not an actual silo. The barn is cool, though. How much would it be cost if I ever wanted to put the barn back down? Let's see here. It's just a decoration, right? So, well, there's fences, of course. Others, maybe? Oh, there's like garden sheds. Okay, cool. Wrong button. Maybe just buildings. Maybe it's a shed. Or farmhouses. Oh, no, it's not going to be a farmhouse. Tools. No, it's definitely not a tool. What kind of tools are there, though? What can I... Oh, there we go. You got the thing to clean up the dirt. Weather station. Give you better forecast. That's pretty cool, actually. Workshop, obviously, we know about that. Electric charging station, we've seen that. Biomethane, small weighing station. Large weighing station. Okay, interesting. I'm not sure exactly what those, like how those help you. Some fertilizer tanks, petrol tanks. We can just fill up, I guess, in bulk. We got the silo extensions, which we don't need right this second. There's the silos, which we definitely do want to get here soonish. Some big old silos, goodness. Okay, I'm just gonna see how big it's like. Look at that thing. That is a massive silo. All right. Sorry. And then we got the sheds. Was it a shed, or can we just never build this thing again? Which is very possibly. Yeah, I don't see it anywhere. It's not here. So something tells me if I sell that barn, I can't get it back, which is a bit unfortunate. I just don't need it. Cool. There's lights and everything. You just have to get mods for that. Animals. Yeah. Others. Ah, dog, of course. That's pretty cool. You can get solar. Oh, man, there is a lot of cool stuff here. I will give them that. Yeah, I mean, there's just no way to get that back. And that disappoints me a little bit because I do like it. I do think it looks cool, but it's just kind of taking up space in a place where it's kind of prime real estate, to be honest, right there in the middle of my farm. I guess we don't have to be in a hurry. We could sell it at some point. We don't have to be in a hurry. So let's just go and get the silo down that I bought last time, which was this cheap one here. I just parked it over here. Spin it around. Is it going to fit over here? Or is it going to tell me that it can't? Why is it not telling me that it can't be placed? But it's also not placing it. All right, there we go. Is that where I want it? I think it's good enough. All right, we'll go with that. I guess I could just take the harvester over there. I don't need the trailer or anything, obviously. All right, well, that's a start. We're going to save this up and be able to make the most profit for it later. Park this guy back up here. Out of the way. That'll work. All right. Now we got to figure out what we need to do with this field. So it doesn't look like it needs lime or plowing or anything like that. We'll confirm on the map here. Yeah, looks like it's ready to go. So we can go straight to the seed. We'll pick up our seeder. And what do we want to do? I mean, do we just do more oats? Maybe. What are we in the season for? That would be important to know, right? We are in planting season for... Not for oats. Okay, we are in the planting season for canola. We could wait till tomorrow, which would be the new month, because I'm doing one month cycles, and do wheat or barley. Or I could just plant some canola, which would not be a terrible thing, although it's not a straw crop, which I do like the straw crops. I mean, there's literally nothing else we can plant. We're one day away from being able to plant wheat or barley. So I think that's probably exactly what we need to do. We just need to wait a day, be able to plant the wheat or barley, and go from there. keep doing straw crops for a little bit, kind of make a little bit of money from that. I think that's the plan, right? I mean, any reason to change that? Is there any other information about seasons? I'm not used to the seasons, so you have to bear with me on learning the season stuff. But impacts the time frame you're able to plant and harvest your crops. Without the seasonal crop counter, you can plant and harvest any time. Nevertheless, the growth time of each crop remains the same. Keep in mind that prices fluctuate depending on the time of year. Without the seasonal crop calendar, you can plant and harvest any time. Okay. The forecast affects your decisions. While there is snow or rain, you cannot harvest your crops and will have to wait until it stops. Keep an eye on the weather forecast icon on the top right corner. When 2 weather icons are displayed, the right one will show you what the weather will be like in 6 hours. I mean, there's other things we could plant, as we saw. Like we could come down here and plant just some grass for now. And I don't know how quickly grass grows compared to, because presumably, if I'm reading this right, if we plant wheat in September, then we can harvest in July. That's a long time to wait, but that's what I'm seeing. We've planted barley in September, we can harvest in June, right? We can't harvest before that. We can't plant after that, anything like that. I don't know what the cycle would be for grass or oilseed radish or any of that kind of stuff. But that's maybe it cycles faster, but I don't think it'll cycle fast enough for us to plant it right away. I think we'll have to wait till September, which would be tomorrow, effectively. And maybe one day season just too fast. I don't know. I honestly don't know what to do. It just feels like such a long time to wait for crops that we want it to go a little bit quicker. Yeah, I think we just have to fast forward to tomorrow. Plant our wheat and or barley. Unless I want to do canola today. And go from there. I think that's the right move. And keep doing the straw stuff as well. Okay. Well, then we might do a lot of fast forwarding in this game, which I suppose is fine. When can we do the potatoes, and then we've got sorghum. When can we do those? Sorghum we can harvest in now. So I'm assuming if it's not ready today, it'll be ready tomorrow, effectively, September. And then the potatoes we can harvest now as well. So I'm assuming, again, if it's not ready today, it'll be ready tomorrow. So at this point, we just need to fast forward to tomorrow, it looks like, unless I'm misunderstanding something that's working on here. But I think that is the case because a lot of stuff's going to happen tomorrow. So we're going to go ahead and do that right there. We don't have a house to fast forward, so we'll just have to fast forward like good old-fashioned way. I suppose I could buy a house. It's not a way to fast forward otherwise, is there? I don't think so. Why does my harvester look like it's tilted when it didn't look like it was tilted when I parked it over there? Oh, goodness. How much is the house? I have a feeling if we're going to be doing seasons, we're going to need the house to zip through this stuff quicker. Buildings. That's what I want. I want there. Farmhouses. Oh, my. Yeah, we don't got enough money for that. Not after we bought the silo. Maybe the silo was a mistake. Maybe I should just held it in the... I mean, it didn't have a lot, so I could have just held on to it. Or I could have just sold it and just accepted the loss. Well, then. I mean, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a pause in the video, and I'll come back when it fast forwards to tomorrow. So I'll be right back. All right, and just like that, we are in September. It is 7 o'clock in the morning on a new day here. And as you can see, I've picked up a new tool. I decided to try out the where is it? Mulcher, to see if it does anything. I honestly don't know. I picked up this one right here. We're going to find out what it does, if it does anything, if it works the way it says it's supposed to. Because if you looked at the instructions over here about how to improve yield, mulching, which is right there, second from the bottom, increases your yield by 5%, which isn't a lot, but I don't know. We won't know until we try. It wasn't super expensive, so we're going to see what it does. I'm actually going to hire the workers to see if they can just kind of grow over this, see what it looks like. That way I can actually get out and check the progress behind him. It's interesting that it looked like it mulched a little bit of the grass. I mean, is it doing anything? I mean, there's weeds on it. We do need to do some weeding now that it's a new day. I mean, it doesn't say anything. Although it does seem to be weeding it as well, which is maybe an unexpected side effect. The workers do not destroy crops. We do have crops here ready to harvest, I believe. Oh, we need to remove the foliage, but we can get the potatoes. That is going to be expensive. May not be worth it in the end, but we will just do it just to do it. We'll see what, because we won't know. Until we try, we won't know what the cost, benefit or negative is. I mean, it's definitely doing something. It definitely looks like it's chopping up weeds at the same time, which I don't think I expected. So if we go look at the map now, is it... It doesn't say that it's stubble tillage or whatever that's supposed to be. It doesn't look like it's doing anything. It's harvested. Maybe I'm misunderstanding what this is supposed to be doing, but it doesn't look like it's doing much of anything, quite frankly. It is removing the weeds, though. That is true. That is definitely happening. I mean, that may just be because of crop destruction. Maybe this isn't stubble. Maybe this isn't actual stubble. It's really hard to tell. I mean, it looks like stubble to me, right? And then over here, it doesn't look. It looks like there is no stubble. Maybe it's doing something, and we won't know until we really get into it or kind of do the next step. Or maybe there's another step that I'm missing. Mulchers. Crush the crop stubbles. All it says is crush the crop stubbles. Is there something I'm supposed to be doing with the... I know there's rollers, which rolls the stones under. Maybe once we do the actual... what am I trying to say? Cultivator? Maybe that'll push the stubble under? Don't know. We've only got the one tractor right now. We can't really afford to get another one, so we're going to have to wait till this guy gets finished before we can do anything else. The one thing we could do is go see what we need to rent for the potatoes. Are both of these done and ready? Yeah, we got to remove foliage over here, and we're ready to harvest over here. Actually, that's one thing we can do. We can grab you and go harvest the canola. Or maybe just get our worker to harvest it. Although, if I'm not doing anything, I might as well do it myself, right? Such a small field. Wait, oh, this is canola. This is sorghum. That's right. I was like, this does not look like the canola I just harvested on the last before I restarted. No, because this is sorghum. So sorghum does not have... Oh, can I enable it? No, it's not available. Okay. So sorghum does not have straw. That's good to know. I mean, I know sorghum is similar, I believe, to like wheat and other kind of cereal crops, but, or grain crops maybe is the better word. But it's interesting that it doesn't have any sort of, I mean, it's just literally just taking the tops off here and leaving some pretty long stalks there. That is not, I've never done anything with sorghum ever. I'm going to be honest with you, I never even heard of sorghum until they announced it for this. Then I started looking it up and I was like, oh, sorghum is a lot more popular than or a lot more, there's a lot more of it out there than I realized. It's actually pretty prevalent in a lot of places. And I was not aware of that. So. It looks cool, though. I think it's pretty cool. Really just taking the tops off here, basically. Oh. Hello. Hello, dear. That's pretty cool. That was pretty cool. So you don't just have birds out here eating all your stuff. You got deer out here too. I mean, we're getting a decent amount of sorghum off of this. I mean, at least it looks like it is. I like these little bridges and paths over the water and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. Although that little bridge right there, I could see being a bit annoying if we wanted to get over to that field with a harvester specifically. I mean, I think other tractors would be fine, but harvester will have a little bit of a tough time unless we maybe go around somehow or something, which I don't know if that would be worth it. We'd have to just get a trailer just to pull the header to that side of the field. Or maybe there's a path that we can go through the trees or something somewhere. It's possible with the harvester header up, it might... it probably will go over the side rails there. I think it can still carry it over across it. Well, there's our first new crop of the FS22. Like first new to FS22 crop, I should say. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Sorghum. Nice. Well, what's the best time to sell sorghum? Let's see. Sorghum is right there. Looks like January as well. So still got a ways to wait. So we'll just go park this over here with the other stuff in the silo. The pipe's a little longer than I was remembering. All right. Well, there we go. There is what I wanted. Wrong button. Pipe in. There is our sorghum harvest now. Now I'm going to figure out what we're going to do about the potatoes. Which, honestly, the best thing might be just to till it under and just not mess with it at all. I don't know if we can actually do anything with the potatoes. We'd have to do the plowing, though, because it is a root crop, so we will need plowing. Well, like I said, at least this is one good way to get rid of some weeds. Whether it's actually doing anything else or not, I honestly don't know. I mean, it visually is, obviously. Over here, I can see, like I said, the stubble. Over here, I see just a bunch of grass on the ground. Or straw on the ground, I should say. So it visually is definitely doing something. So I'm hoping that it is. Maybe once we cultivate it under, it actually gives us credit for the 5% or whatever. Which isn't a lot, but every little bit adds up. I mean, beyond just the cost of the thing, which isn't too bad. I mean, then we have to pay the price of the time, basically. I really need another tractor, don't I? Because there's so many times that you need to do like more than one thing at once. Ugh, we just don't have the money. We're just not making money right now, just yet. Like, what do you recommend? You recommend? Yeah, we're not paying on 185. There's no way. If the cheapest Ropa thing is 200 horsepower, let's go look. Because if it is, then we're just going to till that under. Where there's no way we're going to grab anything. There's the things to chop off the heads, right? Yeah, like the cheapest thing to... No, this harvest is... No, so this harvest, these two harvest too, right? Am I reading that right? Why does it say these machines are used to seed crops like wheat, barley, or canola? That doesn't make any sense. No, this should do potatoes, right? Am I reading that right? I mean, $46,000 is not like the worst price ever. I don't think we're going to make that much. And we're going to just use it briefly. And if I were to lease it, it would be how much? $2,300. I mean, we might make 23. Yeah, we might make $2,300. But we need the thing to top the heads off too, don't we? Which would be this. Will that attach to the front of our tractor? I think so. And how much would it cost us to lease this? That's not what I wanted. Details, lease. So we're looking at what, almost $3,000 just to get the stuff. I don't know that we're making $3,000 in potatoes. How much in potatoes would we need to make $3,000? I mean, potatoes sell the highest in January as well, so we'd have to wait in theory. I actually don't know where we'd store them because we can't store them in the same silo. I'm pretty sure. Guess we just keep those in the trailer until January. And current price of potatoes is $2.08 per liter, which doesn't sound like a lot, but they add up to a lot of liters. I know that for sure. So it could go up quite a bit. I don't know what this metric is, or what this maybe the scale is here, I should say. But if we're in September right now and it's just starting to go up, does it double? Does it go up more? Does it go? I mean, is it not that much? I mean, I honestly don't know how to read this until we get there. So, I mean, if we got 1,500 liters, it would pay for the $3,000 in rental fees. I would think we could get 1,500 liters. If we can get, yeah, we can get 1,500 liters at least. Because if we can get 1,500, 2,000, 3,000 liters of this stuff, surely we can get way more than that of potatoes. I think we're going to try it. We have enough money to try. And again, we won't know until we try. But we're definitely leasing because we're not planning on doing potatoes again. And either way, we're going to have to get a plow. So that's not going to save us anything. Anything else that needs to happen with these fields while I'm sitting here waiting? This one down here does need plowing as well, apparently. It's crazy that it's all one big giant red color because of all the grass. Honestly, I may... No, the grass hasn't actually turned on. It's just literally just one big giant red color. Well, that's a little confusing and strange, but can I just... Yeah, if I just turn these on and off, it doesn't matter, right? That's going to keep the... Yeah, it's going to keep it all red. All right, that's fine. All right, we're almost done here. I'll let the worker finish. Like I said, I'm going to need to get the... We'll have to get this thing, which I assume and I hope attached to the front. This thing only holds 2,600 liters, which is not a lot, but I mean, just... We don't need much. I don't think we're going to have that much. What if we do? What do we do with it? I guess we could find out if... Is there a way to find out if this thing can hold potatoes? I feel like it wouldn't. Maybe if we go look at the construction screen. And the silos. Just says store crops. Doesn't say what kind of crops. Yeah, I honestly don't know. We won't know till we try. I would be surprised if it does. Looks like 3 more passes. Maybe should have gotten a wider roller. That's a nice mustache, my friend. Looking good. Looking good. Oh, yeah. I was going to say I really want another tractor anyway. I was trying to see what the potato stuff we need. I may just get another tractor, just some type. Probably doesn't need much on the front. Well, yeah, because we could use anything that just needs to be towed, we can pull with, a smaller tractor. Anything that needs both, we can, grab the, the fence for maybe. I think we're just going to go with another small tractor like we did last time, which was, what did I end up with? A Massey Ferguson here? I mean, 75 horsepower should be enough to pull just just about anything that we're going to need to pull, even if it's a little bit slower at times. We could definitely go a bigger engine. I don't think we're going to need the bigger engine right away. Do I buy this? Do I at least? I think we got to have 2 tractors. I think that's just kind of a done deal. Tempted to just go straight up to this. Get a little bit beefier tractor that can actually do some stuff. It's a hard call. Different tractor that just be a little bit better. I mean, this one's already 82. Can also do a front loader, which could come in handy. Go up to 100. It's not that much more expensive. We can do the front weight. Looks like we would have to pay for that right away. It's only $600 though, so that's not terrible. And we probably will want the front weight. Got wide tires, we got narrow tires, rear narrow twin tires standard. Honestly, I probably would also pay for the wider tires just to give it a little bit more traction. I think it does actually make a difference. I mean, maybe even go for something like this, to be honest. Just to give it something that can, if it's going to have a small, you know what? We just got to go for it, right? We got to get the equipment we need. And just, we're not going to need a lot more equipment, to be fair. We're going to have $70,000 left over. We're going to have to pay a lot of loan stuff, but we're not going to need a lot more equipment. We need a plow. Let's go for it. This may be a huge mistake. And if necessary, we could sell some of the buildings. Right? We got the buildings to sell. So you finish this. And we bought this, didn't we? Yeah, we did buy this, so, because it was pretty cheap. And I was like, if it's going to work, then we'll keep it. We're just going to go ahead and park this thing over here. See if I can hide it in this little cubby right here. Seems good enough. All right, grab that. Well, let's go grab the potato stuff with this thing, which means we will need to drop the weight. So we're going to drop the weight right over here, I think, as well, come to think of it. Go grab the potatoes with this guy, which we will be leasing. And then we'll grab, detach the weight. We will grab the cultivator, seeder, with the other guy. And once we get all this set up, we'll probably go ahead and call the episode there. But I just kind of wanted to get this started and kind of see how things look. Get a good gauge of how many potatoes we're actually picking up. I mean, if we pick up anything that's worth a profit, cool. That's awesome. Honestly, even if we break even, at least we know. And that basically didn't cost us anything but a little bit of time, right? All right, let's come over here. We haven't got the potato stuff yet, so let's get the potato stuff. We're going to grab you. We're going to leash you. And then we're going to grab you. And we're going to leash you. Okay. I think the thing on the front will be enough to weigh down the front, or weigh down everything. Basically act like a weight. All right, got this rolling. I mean, for the size of field we have, this will be wide enough. I just worried about how much it can hold, because it really can't hold that much. And what we're going to do with the potatoes if we don't have anywhere to put them. I think it's still got some get up and go, even with all this weight on it. I feel like our worker's gonna have some trouble turning around in this one, but hopefully he figures it out. All right, let's hire a worker. I'm not planning anything. I thought that was supposed to chop the stuff off. Did I misunderstand something? Lower topper. Turn on topper. Is this just a planter? Did I misread it? Oh, that's the seed. No. Okay, so, okay, I'm looking at these icons. I get the seeding part, 100%. That's to seed the potatoes. But I thought this part right here told me that it could store potatoes. But I do see that it says it's used to seed crops like wheat and barley or canola. I don't understand. Because that should be harvesting, right? Like I said, I'm not reading. Although maybe this is just a storage. It can store potatoes, but I don't understand. Do you just reseed with potatoes? I mean, I know in real life, like, I mean, if you ever saw, what was the movie, with Matt Damon, The Martian, where he took the Thanksgiving potatoes and, cut them in half or cut them in pieces, whatever, and planted them to grow more potatoes. I get that potatoes can turn into potatoes. I 100% get that. So maybe this thing just holds potatoes to plant potatoes. And maybe that's how I misread that. Because this one's definitely the harvester. And I can see that. I can read that here. But oh my goodness, we can't afford that. I'm not buying. Like if I were to buy this, not buy it, but release it. Yeah, it's $10,000. I don't think we make $10,000 worth. Especially not after I spent this. Our tractor definitely can't pull that. Well, phooey. I mean, I get it. I get if this is a seeder. But I just thought it was also acted as like a really low budget harvester because of that icon. But I'm reading the icon now and I guess I'm getting it. It's a little confusing. The only reason, like I said, the only reason I saw it is because I saw it on this too. And I know these are harvesters. So I saw that. I was like, oh, okay. These are harvesters. I get it. But that's just the storage. That's just all that icon means, of course. Well then. Well then. Yeah, it's just not worth it then. We've just got to dig this stuff up, right? Or kind of plow through it. I'm still okay with getting the second tractor, obviously, because that's going to come in handy. But okay. We'll go over here. We'll pick up a plow and a seeder and all that stuff. I guess we'll do that in the next episode. This episode's getting a little bit long. I get it now. And I thought it was not. I thought the cheapest harvester was the 200,000 one. That's what I thought before I went to the menu. And then I was looking at those icons, and I think those icons what threw me off. So my original thought was correct based on what I remembered from FS19. But because I don't do potatoes very often. If you've watched much of my content, I just don't. It's very expensive unless you do it in huge bulk. Because the cheapest machine or cheapest thing is $200,000. You've got to buy a lot to, do a lot to pay off $200,000. Let's up you. So it's unfortunate. It is what it is. We'll just plow under. I'm assuming I can plow under without popping the tops off. I hope so. We cost ourselves a little bit of money, but I mean, again, the only biggest way to learn mistakes is to make them sometimes. All right, we'll sell this thing off or sell off, but return it. And we will need to get a plow, unfortunately, which we're going to need to get a plow at some point anyway. Wish we still had the used plow over here. That would have been nice. Did anything change from the new day? I feel like everything shifted to the left one, and then they added something to the end. Am I misremembering? I think so. Yeah, I think this one was second, third, and fourth, and then this one's the new one. Okay. It's actually really nice. It is really nice, but way more than we will need for a very long time. So we need a plow. Yep, that was a plow. So I was like, am I on the right screen? Yes, that is. In this case, will the subsoiler do the same? Yeah, it can be used instead of a plow. Cool. We could buy the same one we had last time and just have this nice 4-meter wide one. Oh, that one can see grasses and stuff too, which is kind of cool. Honestly, the 3-meter wide one's probably plenty. 120 horsepower. Yeah, it's not that much of a difference. 1 meter does make a difference. That's a 33% increase for less than 33% of the price. Honestly, I think we'll just grab this one. Would have been nice to get the used one again, but for some semblance of, all right, this is what we already kind of bought anyway in the other, pre-save, if you will. We'll go ahead and grab that one. All right. Well, which of my thingies needs the bigger power? The subsoiler needs 130. The seeder needs 125. So we will give the subsoiler to the Fendt, and we'll give the and then we'll give the other one to the Massey, which should be fine. Where's the Fendt? So it's over here. That's right. I left it over here. Although I might need a second. Ooh. Oh, no, I got to wait on the front of my Massey. That's right. It comes with a weight. Although I did leave the weight for this one at home, but I can pick it up later. Not a big deal. We'll make it all work. You're ready to roll, and then let's grab you and go pick up the seeder. Although with your wide tires, you might actually still be better for plowing. Just a little bit more traction. Oh, we need to get the seats. Or I'll run away. All right. Well, there we go. We will get these back and start working on plowing, seeding, and all that kind of stuff in the next episode. We learned something today. Cool, I guess. Sometimes you got to learn. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.